Thank you. We're up to communications from the public. I'm going to read a boring paragraph. It starts out with, this portion of the agenda is intended for general public comment on items within the council's jurisdiction that are not listed elsewhere on the agenda. Please note that state law prohibits the city council from discussing or taking action on these items. Please observe a 3-minute limit for comments, and once called upon to speak, please state your name and city of residence for the record. Ms. Edwards, what do you got?
Mayor, we have 3 speaker cards for communication from the public.
All right, kick it off with Dale.
Well, I want to start this by saying that I realize the city council is not responsible for the hospital Corona Regional. I'll talk about I'll talk about corporate embarrassment later. This is not about me or my wife. Is that on? But I've had 4 horrendous experiences at the hospital. I spoke to the last chief executive officer. He said he was going to make some changes. It took my wife a week to get transferred out of the hospital once to another hospital that had equipment that could take care of her. Michelle Wentworth helped me in that ordeal. Corona later apologized to me. I was optimistic for change. I haven't seen it. My wife was in the ER room for 35 minutes having a heart attack without taking her to the back room. Unacceptable. A week ago, she went to the hospital with a cut. They sent her home with that repair job. Went to a restaurant. They left the IV in her arm. Totally unacceptable. I've talked to 4 doctors that say this isn't acceptable, and I've talked to an executive board member of another hospital in Texas. He said, this doesn't happen. So, I'm sorry, I'm more livid about this than the zoning on the golf course. Corona has the lowest rating of any hospital within 25 miles of 6th and Main Street. The data I provided on those charts shows the number of customers that have gone to a hospital and would recommend it. 53, just barely more than half of the people that go to Corona would recommend it. That's 17% below the national average of 70%. It's pathetic. Again, the lowest rated hospital in the area. Why is hospital performance important? If you take a 5-star hospital, you have a 50% lower risk of dying in a hospital than one that has 1 star. What have I done about it? I spoke with 8 doctors regarding treatment expectations and the CEO, as I stated. We can go to the last one. I'm sorry. And I said it's totally unacceptable. I spoke to a doctor that's got an office. He's still a practicing doctor within 1.25 miles of the hospital. He went to an attorney and had a document made up that if an ambulance picks him up, he does not want to go to Corona, and a document releases liability for the ambulance company to take him to another hospital farther away. That's from a doctor. I did talk to the chief of nursing, Phyllis Snyder. She has 600 nurses working for her. Great lady, very positive. She's got good plans. She's been there for 3 years. I feel confident. I'm going to talk to Sam, hopefully in the next week, and make sure that she gets the support. The next step, if we can't start seeing improvement in Corona, I'm hell-bent for corporate embarrassment. I would like to see the Corona Hospital be the same level of excellence as our police department and our fire department, but it's not close. And I swear, I'm dedicated to this. And I realize that you guys can't do anything, but if you see me on Facebook, you'll understand why. And I hope after talking to Sam, I don't have to do that. So,
Thanks, Dale. Good to see you, Sandy.